What's going on, Castle Clash? My name is With Honor, and today hit kind of a cool achievement or milestone, which is basically getting all my heroes to max inscriptions, all 92 to 100, which made me find this interesting little kind of error that it shows. So I was using this when I only had a few left to get from 98 to 100 or whatever it was. I just click on this and it would take me to the very next hero that needed an upgrade. Now that they're all full, it's saying unlocks when a hero is 4 stars and above. Um, okay, so it's locked. I don't know, most people probably don't get to this point, so it doesn't get brought up a lot, but that message should probably be different than when you have a brand new account. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And while I was at it, it's kind of an account milestone, getting your heroes upgraded, and it's been a while, so I thought I'd just do a quick altar review. Most of my heroes are maxed out, especially the ones at the beginning, because once I get the main heroes, because they're kind of scattered, I just start working from the front to back, maxing out their skills, talents. Everything's 100 inscriptions, so I don't really need to show that. Just hover on this once we get to the skins, see some backup. I don't do Archdemon a lot, so Siren's kind of been sitting here on an island. Tamer's ready. Dusa. Still don't have her skin. Still don't barely use her. Heartbreaker I've never used. Gunslinger. This is the skin I do want. I want to get a War God in that slot, but not pressed. I don't know where I would use it. Just seems kind of nice to have. Mactessa, she's max, but never used her one single time. Creation took me a long time to upgrade because I've still never used him. Dean, pretty standard setup. Spirita, never use her, but standard setup. Kind of been liking the bulwark on her just because when you combine the plus 60% hit points with her damage reduction, it gets a lot of value. Even though a lot of people will go brute force or War God just for the bigger attack bonus, but she hits really hard anyway. Serena, standard. Storm Eater, I like bulwark on him over the Stone Skin or Flame Guard just because his damage is so high. Like, you multiply that with the 60%, it just gets stupid. Versus, you know, she's 490. If you only had 60%, 310. I just like it on him just because that number is so huge. Professor Ribbit, never used him. I thought, if I ever use him, he's got one of those big damage numbers. But maybe he's squishy, so we'll take that dodge. See if it works. I don't even know what I have on his traits because I still haven't used him yet. Lavonica had some videos about this. I think bulwark is the best. Unless you're going down a specific path for... You can go feint and go for the dodge route. And go... I mean, I guess that's the only other way I would go. I wouldn't put tenacity because you're missing out on that damage bonus for both different attacks, like the fireballs she does plus the little area damage. I think that's making her too one-sided of a hero. Bulwark is a great all-around talent. The bonus hit points drastically improves her full heal. So maybe if I make a second one, which is not on my priority list, probably not even top 10. My original Golem, never took him to 8 because I made the well, it was a backup, now this is the main one. Just if I use Golem for anything. Stone Skin ended up being better. Makes his heals more efficient on himself. Then now we're getting into the skins where I actually have backup talents. Cupid, 5 revive just cause. So I also have my 5 revive with the life drain for Archdemons. Then the one hero in the game that can absolutely say his best talent is Iron Will. Plus his old talent, which I don't think I'll ever use again because if Minotaur doesn't win you the battle in 18 seconds or less, it's pretty much over. That could probably be a Revite, although that's a waste too since I have so many Revite insignias I can just leave it on him, even though I only use him during Guild Wars. Standard Dread Drake. Threw a War God there just because of the where I use him in Guild Wars. If I drop him, I need his bombs to try and one-shot all the buildings that are left, and you get a little bit better chance of that with the extra 30% damage. I'm not expecting him to live or tank. Just put that revive on him and hope he pops up and drops some more bombs and finishes it off. Otherwise, gotta come in with Triantar and revive him another time, which happens occasionally. Then we got Trixie Treats. I don't use it for anything at this point, although I've got every combination you might want. I've only kind of leveled them up just for that 20 might increase. Ares. I'll really use the War God on him. The times I try to use him, it's just he dies so fast that he might get one proc off if you're lucky. Demogorgon. He's took me forever to get, way too much money, far more than Skeletica or Lavonica, but I never really got to use him. He just kind of suicides. Doesn't help the traits that I have. Here's more damage. Then his traits are bonus damage, bonus crit damage, so he just kills himself on Flame Guard and stuff. And then Pumpkin Dukes. No more 8-8 Berserk, but I got Empower, Regenerate, Life Drain, Revite. Well, this Revite I should probably change to a Stone Skin if I get an extra one at some point. And then a bunch of Skull Knights, which I don't use for anything anymore, but a plethora of talents. He's just your best Might hero. Little Nick, don't use him. Still got his original 8 War God. Arctica, once I got the skin, I added this Life Drain for Arc Demons. Don't really too often. At one point, Flame Guard Valentina was good, so when I got the skin, I added it. Don't use it. DKs, them at all. And then here's I'm actually working on a backup because Anubis is one of the relevant heroes to actually have a whole bunch of options on. I think his best talent, if you don't have a skin and don't have backups and you just don't have the resources to do that, it's probably Bulwark. It adds value to his revive, because he revives 3 times for 75% hit points. Give him 60% more hit points, each one of those revives is better, plus it increases his damage. But I think Flame Guard is good, Stone Skin is good. War God I did just for dungeons, because I just need him to kill heroes when he procs. And if he can't kill all the heroes in 3 revives with this War God, then I'm probably not going to win or get 100% anyway. But I am working on a backup for him because I want Stone Skin definitely. And then I'm not sure about that last one. Ronin. Not much to say. I think I use him in Lost Battlefield. Some people Ronin bomb. That's just not a method I trust. I do have a backup with a Scorch, but that's way in the future. And I think by the time I actually get that built up, it's not going to be a relevant method anyway. It's not relevant to me at this moment. So, yeah, Grimfiend. Don't use him. Got the Scatter and the War God. Skeletica. I put this Bulwark down here just in case I want to do more damage, but the Stone Skin is just too good. I don't know when you might like switch that out. Rockno got the Stone Skin. This was my second one. Or maybe I had Bulwark on this one and I switched it out to Stone Skin and then I got a dupe. But I got the Revite down there just because he's a good hero to proc. And then there's my backup one. So now I got the Bulwark again, a Flame Guard, just so you can play around with all those defensive talents. Walla Walla. I don't know when I'll use this War God. Maybe a Bulwark or something, but the Flame Guard is pretty much his best. Maybe a Stone Skin. Triantar. So here's one didn't need the skin, but when it was finally available for like $10 with some other skins, like okay, cool. Maybe I'll get this revive to 8 of 8 and then put a 5 Revite Signy on him. It's just a little bit more efficient, I guess. Not really, but if his revive actually matters, you're probably in trouble. Alright, and Michael. This one I just recently got the skin on, but I did have 2 Stone Skin Flame Guard. I don't know what to put in the other slots, so I don't think you really need anything else. This Revite would be good, but I've got enough insignias, I don't need that. I think I literally have a 5 on one and a 4 for Guild Wars on the other. Just because I use them to tank and I don't want them to proc right away. Sasquatch, 8 Flame Guard. I don't remember putting this corrode here. I don't even. I might change that to a regenerate if I ever roll another one. See. And then we're getting into backup heroes. The Berserk Dread Drake because of his attack speed and proccing first, yada yada. Still have that on him, but I think the only place I use him is Lost Battlefield, so maybe switching that out for the other one might be kind of good. Tanica, but Scatter, don't use her for anything. Actually, she might still be in my Lost Realm demon team, just because of the Scatter and the attack speed slow that she has. Then more Skull Knights. And then these are all like, I think the one-of heroes. So I at least want to keep one of each hero for collecting and now destinies. You can see I still have a few heroes that are 9 skill. I have tons of shards and essences, but I kind of saved that up until it was a backup gunslinger I was working on to get the War God, but now that skins are available, this is probably dead in the water. Until I get to the point where I just leveling heroes for the sake of it. There's the Scorch Ronin. All those other heroes. Isn't that sad? This guy never got play on my account. RIP. Still single evolved. So I have like 4 cards in the warehouse from purchases. Through all these. Yeah, so those are all still 9. Like I haven't leveled up the greens, even though they're cheaper because it's not as much might, and it doesn't help your towers if they go up. Just look in the destinies. So I've started working on all these extra heroes. I don't know what kind of priority I put on them, but I've even started getting blues and greens to 10 just for the might. And there's a couple places where, like this, I've actually sold off the blue that was in there to make room for more legendaries. But you can see it didn't mess with my score here, but whatever his final score was, it's not going to change. But it was around 5,600, which there's not much more you can do to make it higher. I mean, he might have been 99 inscriptions, so whatever. I'm at the point I'm almost about to get Paladin to 12 of 12. It's a sad day. Well, maybe Thunder God and Immortep will take priority. See where that goes. Leo. Here I never used. I think Sylph's another one I got rid of. But look at that score. That's with like Tree, Pixie, Druid in the tree. Albeit Pixie is someone I maxed out a long time ago, so that's a pretty good score for her. Where are my sync points at? Enchantment levels and traits. Oh, I haven't maxed her level, so it's easy 200 points. I'm just wondering if they ever gonna raise it past 40, like they go to 60 the next time. This is just awkward. I had to open up that Cyclops that I keep him. 3 blues. I mean, you get easy points from blues because you don't have to double evolve them, and you still get maxed out level, or you get level points a lot faster than if you're double evolved. 1680 is the max there. 2160 because they're not available for an enchantment. So I think it's a nice thing for free to plays because it's much easier to try and max out these 4 things rather than adding traits and enchantments and double evolving heroes you're never going to use. So I think it's a neat feature, but having 3 of them on one destiny is definitely awkward. Lastly, poor Vlad, such a hero back in the day. I've never used Death Knight or Revenant. Vlad got retired a long time ago. Grim Fiend barely saw use on my account, which is probably something I missed out on because there was a time where he kind of destroyed me in Lost Battlefield, but Where my account is severely lacking is Lost Realm. And that's simply because when it first came out, I had no gem heroes. Literally. Best hero on my account was a Imhotep with 5 life drain. So if I got those really hard 9 group teams, or evolution wasn't a thing that far back, but there were teams I couldn't beat with my shard heroes. So it held me back, and I'm only at level 25, but there's red crystals too. Even more important now that I've got to convert so many insignias from level 5 to level 6. I think I have 9 runes to do that. I'm going to do that in another video. So, probably do a regenerate, iron will, regenerate there. Summon powers. Got 1 war god's not even used right now. We'll see, I haven't decided. Some bulwarks. It's a nice upgrade, but I think it would change how I'm playing the game much now. But with Lost Realm, I'm at level 25, but I am sitting on 813 stamina cards now, which is ridiculous. It's like so much you just don't want to ever get to it. And when I do want to sit down and just play for hours, there's always this stupid event going on where people are donating all their gold. So I go to raid. There's just no gold out there. Because if you're running Lost Realm, you want to have gold for the merchants, just in case. Because every time you don't, they drop like 5 blue crystal boxes, bags on you. You have no gold to buy them with, so you miss out a lot. But I think that's pretty much it. I mean, pets. Gotten almost all of them to max skill. There's just 4 of these rare pets that I didn't. But I'm not actively trying to do that. Because at that point, once I get them all to 35 or even past 31, then I'm just opening them up and wasting them. So opening blues and purple bags, and once I run out of those, I'll open greens and just kind of slowly build these up. There's just, except for a few stats here to try and improve this a little bit, might as well leave myself some room to grow. Yeah, let's see, where arena, any arena runs? Arena's going pretty well with basically only do like the quest board every day, but until I get up to like the top 200, doesn't really feel like a challenge. Oh, rip. I don't think I've done it on BlueStacks on the PC yet, because Lavonica's not in there. I think I took Michael out, put Lavonica down the middle, and left Anubis solo bottom, Dove solo top. Alright, so that's arena, warehouse. Go through completely through the warehouse a little bit. Some fodder I have to eat. Got all these sitting here for upgrading insignias. You know, this feels kind of like a waste now that I can specifically put the talent that I want where I want it. But I don't have every one of them, so sometimes I'll open those up. 16 evolution runes collected over time. Battlefield cards are nice, but I already have the achievement. There's my 9 runes. Bunch of heroes sitting here. Still have not rolled another Professor Ribbit. I've gotten 1, and I think it was from a bag. When he was first released, I got really lucky on that one. I do have all these cards to open up. 231 event hero cards, and then 152 legendary hero cards, but I figure I'll make a video out of that. Level 4 crests are so almost useless now, at least on my account. Oh, Lavonica bag. Those are useless to open. And all crests. Alright, so I think that does it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. If you have any questions, concerns, or requests, just put them down into the comment section below. Thank you. Have a great day.